Have you ever found yourself home alone, maybe just after dinner, when the house gets quiet and the lights feel a little dimmer, and you suddenly think, what if something went wrong right now? Not because you're being dramatic, but because you know, at a certain age, it only takes one moment, a misstep, a missed call, a power outage, and suddenly, you're not just alone, you're vulnerable. Let's be honest. Staying independent is a gift. Being able to live in your own space, on your own schedule, with your favorite chair and your favorite coffee mug, that matters. But independence doesn't mean pretending nothing will ever go wrong. It means being prepared so that when something does, you're already ahead of it. That's where the right tools, smart, practical devices can make a world of difference. And I'm not talking about high-tech gadgets that require hours of setup or passwords you'll forget. I mean simple, easy-to-use helpers that quietly stand guard in the background of your life. Devices that give you peace of mind, protect your health, and allow you to keep living the life you've worked so hard to build. Let's start with the one that's perhaps the most powerful in an emergency and the most often overlooked, a medical alert device. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I don't want to wear one of those. It makes me feel old. But let me ask you this. If your car came with a seatbelt, would you refuse to wear it just because you didn't plan on crashing? A medical alert system is like a seatbelt for your independence. You wear it, or keep it nearby, and it's just there. Waiting. Ready. Whether it's a pendant around your neck or a small wristband, these devices are made so that if you fall, feel faint, or just need help in a hurry, you press one button and someone comes. I knew a woman named Jean, 76, who fell while getting up too quickly from her recliner. Her phone was just across the room, but out of reach. What saved her was the button she wore around her neck. She pressed it. Help came. No panic, no hours spent on the floor waiting. She told me later, it wasn't just about being rescued, it was about not feeling helpless. That feeling, knowing help is just a button away, can change how you walk through your day. You don't second-guess every step. You don't avoid doing the laundry or watering your plants because you're scared to bend down. You live, and the device just watches your back. Another powerful tool that's often underestimated is a smart home assistant. Now stay with me. I'm not talking about filling your house with screens and weird blinking lights. I mean something simple like an Amazon Echo or Google Nest Mini. A small speaker that sits on your table and responds when you speak. You say, "What's the weather today?" And it tells you. You say, "Remind me to take my pills at 2 p.m." And it reminds you. You say, "Call my daughter." And it dials her. It's like having a little helper with perfect hearing who never forgets anything. One man I spoke to, Harold, he's 81 and lives in a small apartment, uses his smart speaker to set reminders for everything from watering his plants to checking his blood sugar. He says, "It keeps me on track, and I don't have to rely on sticky notes everywhere." And here's what I love most about it. It's hands-free. No bending over to look for your phone, no fumbling with buttons, just your voice. Technology doesn't have to replace human connection. It can support it. It can make sure you never miss your grandson's birthday or forget to take your medication just because the day got away from you. That leads me perfectly into another device that plays a quiet but crucial role in staying independent, an automatic pill dispenser. Now, I'll admit, at first glance, these little machines look like something out of a sci-fi movie. But once you use one, you wonder why you didn't get it sooner. They sit on your counter, and at the exact time you need your medication, they beep and unlock just the pills for that time. No guesswork, no double dosing, no skipping. You don't have to organize bottles or remember which pill is for what. It's like having a personal pharmacist who never sleeps. There's something deeply empowering about knowing your health is being managed, even on the days when you're a little forgetful or your schedule gets turned around. You stay ahead of your routine, and that confidence spreads. It makes you more likely to go out for a walk, meet up with a friend, or cook a meal for yourself because you're not second-guessing your health. I once had a gentleman tell me, I used to dread mornings because I didn't want to face the tray of pills. Now I hear the little chime and I know it's taken care of. I take them and I move on with my day. Independence isn't always about doing everything yourself. Sometimes it's about choosing the right helpers to support you quietly, so you can focus on what matters: your freedom, your peace, and your life. Now that we've talked about staying safe in an emergency, staying organized with your schedule, and staying on top of your medications, we're starting to paint a picture. One where you don't have to give up control just because life has gotten a little more complicated. You can still live with confidence, with clarity, and with the kind of calm that comes from knowing you're covered from every angle. You know, one of the most comforting things someone once told me was, being independent doesn't mean being alone, it means being prepared. And it's true. Every tool we've talked about so far isn't there to take away your freedom. They're there to give it back. To remove the worry, the hesitation, and that little voice in the back of your mind that wonders, what if something goes wrong? Now let's talk about something that may not seem like a safety device at first glance, but for many seniors, it can make a huge difference in daily comfort and confidence. That's motion-activated lighting. Picture this. It's the middle of the night and you wake up feeling thirsty. You don't want to turn on every lamp and wake yourself up completely, so you shuffle toward the kitchen in the dark. But the rug edge catches your foot, or you miss that one step near the hallway. It's such a simple thing, light, but when it's missing, it creates risk. Motion-activated lights solve that. You can place them in hallways, staircases, the bathroom, and even inside closets or under the bed. The second you step near, the light comes on. No fumbling, no searching for a switch in the dark. It's a small change that creates big peace of mind. My neighbor Marlene, she's 79 and lives by herself, told me she put one under her bed and one in her hallway. Now I don't have to worry if I need to get up at 3 a.m., she said. I don't even think about it. I just move and the light follows me. It's amazing how something so simple can make you feel so secure. It's not just about preventing falls, it's about feeling safe in your own home every hour of the day. And while we're on the subject of the home environment, there's another device that's equally important, but sometimes taken for granted: a video doorbell. Let's be honest. When someone rings the bell these days, it's not always a neighbor bringing cookies. It might be a stranger, a solicitor, or someone you just don't feel like dealing with. And if you're home alone, especially at night, opening the door blindly can feel uneasy. A video doorbell lets you see who's there without getting up from your favorite chair. Most of them connect to your phone or tablet. Some even have their own screens, so you can see and speak to whoever's at the door without opening it. That way, you stay in control. I spoke to a gentleman named Richard, 82 years old, who lives in a quiet neighborhood. He told me his video doorbell was one of the best gifts his kids ever gave him. I know who's coming before they even knock, he said. If it's the mailman, I'll wave. If it's someone selling something, I just ignore it. No pressure. And here's something even better. It works when you're not home too. So if you're out with friends or staying with family, you can still check in and know what's happening at your front door. That kind of awareness builds a layer of protection that helps keep you living where you're most comfortable, at home. Now, I want to pause for a second and say this. You don't need to go out and buy every device in a single day. The point of all this isn't to overwhelm you. It's to empower you, to show you that staying independent doesn't mean crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. It means taking smart, simple steps that support your freedom without adding stress. And the best part? These tools don't just help you. They help the people who love you too. Your family, your friends, your neighbors. When they know you've got safeguards in place, they worry less. They stop hovering. They stop second-guessing your choices because they know you've made smart ones. In fact, one woman I met recently, Elaine, said her daughter used to call her 3 times a day just to check in. It wasn't a bad thing, Elaine told me, but I knew she was worried. After Elaine installed a video doorbell and started using a smart speaker for reminders, the calls shifted. Now she calls to chat, not to check on me. That makes a difference. And that truly is the heart of this conversation. These devices aren't about making your life more complicated or more high-tech. They're about making the things you already do safer, simpler, more secure. They're quiet helpers that step in when you need them and disappear when you don't. Whether it's a light that comes on when your feet hit the floor, a doorbell that shows you exactly who's outside, or a button that calls for help in seconds, they all have one purpose: to keep you in the driver's seat. You're not giving up control, you're reinforcing it. So take a moment right now and think about your home. Walk through it in your mind. What little worries pop up during the day? What moments cause you hesitation? Is it walking down a dark hallway? Remembering your medicine? Wondering who's knocking on your door? Whatever it is, chances are there's a tool that can help. And not just help you survive another day, but help you enjoy it. Feel good in it. Feel safe in it. Because independence isn't just about living alone, it's about living well. And you deserve that. Let's take a moment to think about everything we've walked through so far. We've talked about how small, smart devices can quietly protect your independence. Not by making your life more complicated, but by simplifying it. By removing those little daily worries so you can focus on what matters most. Living with confidence, comfort, and control. There's one last device I want to share with you. It might surprise you, because it's not something that sits on your shelf or lights up when you walk by, but for many seniors, it's one of the most powerful tools for staying connected and independent, and that's a senior-friendly smartphone or tablet. Now, I know not everyone gets excited about tech. Maybe you've been using the same flip phone for years and it works just fine. Maybe you feel like smartphones are for young people. But hear me out. The right phone or tablet, one that's designed with simplicity in mind, can open up an entire world of safety, communication, and convenience. And it doesn't have to be intimidating. These days, there are phones and tablets made specifically for seniors. Larger text, bigger buttons, clear menus, and helpful voice commands. You're not getting one because you want to scroll endlessly through apps. You're getting it because it lets you stay in touch with your family in seconds. Because it lets you check the weather, order groceries, or even book a doctor's appointment without leaving your chair. I met a man named Frank last year. He's 84. He told me, "I resisted getting a smartphone for years. I didn't think I needed it. But after a small health scare, his daughter convinced him to try one with simple voice commands and an emergency contact feature built in. Now, he uses it to video chat with his grandkids every Sunday. It's like they're sitting on the couch with me," he said, smiling. That kind of connection is about more than just convenience. It's about belonging. It's about being part of life, even when people are far away. And in those moments where you might feel isolated, that little screen can be a lifeline. Not just to others, but to the world. Plus, many of these phones and tablets come with built-in health features now. You can track your heart rate, get reminders to stand up and stretch, even share your location with a loved one, just in case you're ever unsure where you are. It's not about being watched, it's about being supported. And let's be honest, support doesn't always mean having someone next to you. It can also mean having the right tool in your pocket. One that you control. One that's there when you need it, and silent when you don't. So whether it's setting a daily medication alarm, sending a quick message, or even reading the news out loud to you, a good phone or tablet can be your assistant, your safety net, and your connection all in one. Now, let's take a deep breath together. You've just learned about 5 simple devices, none of them flashy or overwhelming, that can dramatically change how you live each day. They don't require you to become tech-savvy or reinvent your lifestyle. They're not meant to replace your instincts or routines. They're here to support them. Think about what that really means. A small pendant that can call for help. a voice assistant that helps manage your day, a smart dispenser that keeps your health on track, lights that guide your steps in the dark, and a simple phone or tablet that keeps you in touch with the people and information that matter most. These aren't luxuries. They're lifelines. They're small acts of self-care that say, I'm still in charge. I still choose how I live. And here's the part I want you to remember most. These tools don't replace your independence. They protect it. They reinforce it. They allow you to keep showing up for your life on your terms. You've lived too many years, made too many decisions, and carried too much wisdom to let something as simple as a missed phone call or a bad fall chip away at your freedom. You deserve tools that work as hard as you do. And if any part of this video made you nod your head, or made you think, I could use that, then don't wait. Start with one thing. Maybe it's a light. Maybe it's a phone call to your daughter saying, can you help me set this up? That first step doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be yours. Because every day you choose to invest in your safety, your comfort, and your peace of mind, you're choosing a better life. So before we go, I want to say thank you. Thank you for taking the time to think about your well-being, to consider what small steps might help you live with more ease and less fear. That's a powerful thing. And if you found this video helpful, or if you have a favorite device that helps you stay independent, please share it in the comments below. Let's help each other, because when one person feels stronger, we all feel stronger. And don't forget, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the little bell icon so you never miss another conversation like this one. Here's to living boldly, to staying safe, staying steady, and staying you. Here's to living your best life at any age.